Test, test.
Yep, we're good.
There we go. Welcome to the Owen Center, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for today's game between the Eastern Kentucky Colonels and the Bradley University Braves. It's the second game in this Division III series. Bradley fell yesterday in overtime by a score of 5-4. It was a riveting one, a heartbreaker for Bradley, but Bradley looking to bounce back in today's game. So myself, John Collin, alongside Matt Harrington. Matt, how are we doing today?
Pretty good, John. How are we doing over there?
It's going good. It's going good. Just getting ready for this Saturday Division III matchup here, and it's bound to be a good one. Both teams headed to center ice. Colquitt to step in here for the Braves, and with that, we have action here at the Owen Center. Cipra into face against Purdom, and Purdom on the battle here, facing off, and a shot there on net. Looked like it got saved.
Good chance early on for the Braves, and always good to get some good opportunities to start off this hockey game, and right away they get a really good chance.
That's right, so Colquitt will step into the draw, facing off against, looks like it'll be facing against Purdom once more. So up along the near side, it's past Ernest, and Ernest to try and face off there against Purdom, and a board battle ensues. Sorrentino and Colquitt both battling against Mumson for the Colonels. Ernest tries to throw it up along the near side and eventually finds its way back into Bradley ice. Grabbed here by Colquitt up along the near side. Try to leave a drop pass there for Sorrentino. He'll still hold on to it, and he'll dump it in, and he'll go for a change. So behind the net, it's grabbed here by the Colonels, and they look to get something going up along the near side boards before it's broken up here by Sumter. He enters in up along the left wing looking for reinforcements. He'll throw it into the slot. That's Jensen with the try, and a backhand shot is saved there by Shaw before it's put back up top to the point. Sumter tees up a shot, and that one sails high over the net.
Beautiful shot by Sumter, just couldn't keep it down there.
Put back into Bradley ice once more. Sumter to grab here, throws up along the boards, trying to connect with Jensen. Jensen grabs, throws it in the middle of the ice before it's intercepted here by Eastern Kentucky. It's in the slot, and a shot there is fanned on there by Morsey. Morsey gets it back, fires in and out of the glove there of Newsbaum, and he just sticks it behind his own cage. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves, looks like a penalty here. I believe that's roughing.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive in front of the net there, but Newsbaum makes a couple of big saves and uses his glove to his advantage and prevents Eastern Kentucky from scoring that first goal of the game.
That's right. So happy to announce we got ourselves a little bit of a scoreboard here in today's game. A little makeshift, but we'll make do. So nonetheless, it's actually going to be Bradley who's on the man advantage. So they go from their defensive end to the offensive side of the ice here for a power play. Colquitt in on the draw here. He is facing up against Brian Foster, and off the draw it's grabbed here by Eastern Kentucky, and they'll just throw it down the distance of the ice.
Not a bad start for Eastern Kentucky on this penalty kill. Good job clearing that puck out right away off the draw.
Sumter grabs, and he'll look ahead now as he sends it across to Colquitt, and Colquitt up along the near side, drops it back on off here for Sumter, and he enters in up along the right wing. Sumter cutting through the middle of the ice, only on the backhand. He'll wheel and set up the offensive unit. Thompson back up top here to Sumter. Near side points, back on over to Thompson. Colquitt sends it across here to Honda. Honda back up top here, Sumter. Sumter in the slot, lays on a one-time shot there for Cipra, and that one must have hit a body before Colquitt fired a rebound shot. That was saved there. Grabbed once more here. Colquitt catches Sumter. Sumter fires a try. That one, he was looking to bank it to Elman, and he connects with him. Elman at the near side dot, fires a try, saving the rebound for Colquitt. He couldn't pull the trigger before it's grabbed here by Cipra. Laid it on back over to Elman. Elman outside the far dot. Drops it back on off here for Colquitt. 50 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Send across here for Sumter. Tries to go back on over to Colquitt. Colquitt in the slot fires. That one gets blocked. Sumter's able to keep. He fires another try. Finds its way on over to Elman. It's at his feet and then grabbed here by Honda before Cipra will grab at the point. And that one just keeps bouncing around the whole offensive zone before it finally gets put to center ice.
All over the place there. Really good chance for Bradley. They get a couple of good opportunities from Elman and Colquitt as well. Very good chance here.
Ernest leaves here for Marcel, and Marcel goes across here to Sorrentino, who enters in up on the right wing before it's called as an offside. 16:47 remaining here within the first period. Still 0-0.
Gotta like the way Bradley started that power play. Of course, they had it cleared out right away, but they respond, get a couple of good offensive opportunities in front, and I mentioned Elman and Colquitt as well. A couple other guys, Sumter getting some good action from the point. Good way to start it.
Puck finds its way to the right wing boards before it's grabbed here by Ernest. Ernest fires a try, saving the rebound. He was looking to try and get there, tip there by Marcel, but wasn't able to get it. Still a good shot nonetheless. Sorrentino in the slot will fire it past the near post before it's lifted outside of the offensive end. That's going to be a high stick as Ernest touches it up, and we'll get a stoppage.
Not a bad start at all for this Bradley power play. They got some opportunities, and now Eastern Kentucky can adjust. They know what that Bradley power play is going to be like and how dangerous it is, and so now they have a chance to get something going in the offensive zone.
Whitehead steps into the faceoff dot here. Up along the near side, the glove side of Newsbaum. Off the draw, it's up top here to the point. Purdom fires a try. That one hit off of Rindeau's stick and went wide. Picked up here by Whitehead. Facing off against Vitvitsky before Elman's able to guide it to the far boards where Prasma's able to get it across to Rindeau, and Rindeau chases after it. Rindeau throws it across to the far corner. That's Cotton who's battling up against Prasma, and it's broken on out here by Gustafson. He enters in up along the right wing on Newsbaum. Gustafson fires, scores! Stick side goal there by Gustafson on Newsbaum. Newsbaum playing a little too close to that near side post, and it was fired home there by Gustafson.
Yeah, Gustafson was kind of sneaking around that blue line, and he kind of caught everybody off guard, and when that puck snuck free, he was able to find it and bury the wrister past Newsbaum, and a very nice goal indeed by Gustafson. It's a 1-0 lead for Eastern Kentucky.
That's right, so back into the draw here as play continues. It finds its way into Bradley ice. It's Whitelaw who grabs, tries to send it across here to Sumter, and Sumter tries to go back to the opposite side, where it'll be grabbed here by Whitelaw, and Whitelaw leaves for Jensen, but Jensen isn't able to clear. A long shot on that goes through the paint and finds its way into the near corner and centered it out in front. Tried to reach Hirschman, but it didn't reach him. Jensen trying to clear it up on the far side of the ice before it's kept in once more here by Hirschman. He fires a try. That one hits off the side of the net before Sumter grabs, and he'll look to break it on out. Sumter is able to guide it to center ice. Jensen able to dodge a hit before it's grabbed here by Walters. Walters up along the near side. Loses it to Sumter in the slot. One-timer. That one got blocked before it'll be picked up here by the Colonels as they enter it up along the left wing. Umsman tries to play it out in front. Tries a stuff attempt. Looked like that was Bond on the opportunity. Bradley's able to get a few fresh legs out as McPherson grabs within his own end of the ice. Rentala tries to guide it into Bradley territory before it's broken on out here by Cipra, who enters in up along the left wing. Cipra tees up a shot. Nice save there with the glove. And it's grabbed here by Vitvitsky, and he'll look to dump it in once more.
Really good chance by Cipra there. Winds up that big shot. Unfortunately, just can't bury it past the goaltender.
It's grabbed once more here by Purdom. He's able to leave it on across here for Rentala, and Rentala is able to dump it in to the opposite corner. It's put up top here to the point, and a long slap shot there. Looked like it hit off a stick and went out of play, so we will get a stoppage. 14:06 within the first period. A real heartbreaker for Bradley yesterday.
Yeah, very tough loss. You know, the up 4-2 late in the game, and then unfortunately they allowed 2 goals to tie it. Eventually would go on to lose in the shootout, but hoping for them today, obviously, is to try and turn things around, but down 1-0 in this game, they're going to have to battle back if they want to try and get this thing tied up.
That's right, so up along the near side boards, Bradley is able to clear it into Eastern Kentucky's end of the ice, where it'll be grabbed here by Cotton. Cotton up along the far side boards, unable to fully clear it out as it's grabbed here by Bishop in the slot. He fires and he scores! Seth Bishop in the slot, fires it home. Jake Shaw got a little bit of it, but not enough. Bradley ties it up.
Beautiful goal by Seth Bishop. He finds it in the slot and is just able to sneak it past the goaltender. Thought he had it, not quite, and so that one goes to the back of the net. Huge goal for Seth Bishop, and just like that, Bradley has tied this thing up at 1.
Bishop with a beautiful goal there as They're able to even this game up, and definitely saw plenty of offense yesterday, so we'll see if the theme of that game remains the same in this one. So Bradley going into the closing moments of the third period in yesterday's game. They were up 4-2 before they gave up a shorthanded goal, and with 9 seconds left, gave up one more. That made it a tie game, and it was the Colonels who got the game winner in a shootout. So Bradley right now able to battle back to an even game. We'll see if that effort can continue. So they grabbed here by Sumter. He tries to leave it for Rindeau. It's put out into the slot before it's grabbed by Rindeau. Loses it, and a shot there gets blocked off the stick of Bond. Bond tries again, but that one finds its way on over to the far side boards before it's chipped past the defense of Eastern Kentucky, and that's going to be a stoppage. Icing.
So with 13:08 left here in the first period, gotta like the way Bradley's been playing in this one. And although it may be a 1-1 game, they responded nicely after being down 1-0, and then had a couple of good chances before that. Sumter had some nice shots from the point. Elman in front. I like the way Bradley's been playing so far to start this hockey game.
Vidvitsky throws it along to the opposite side, and it's Rindeau up along the right wing boards who grabs. Tries to play it on over to Sumter, and Sumter getting pressured here by a couple Colonels. It's broken free here. It's put up top to the point before Prasma's able to nicely break it on up and put it to center ice. Grabbed by Vidvitsky up along the near side boards. Probably that's the far side, and Colonels grab. That's Mumsman behind the net, tries to spin it out in front to the point, and a shot there off the stick of McPherson went into the netting and out of play. So we will get another stoppage. Yeah, similar to yesterday's game, both teams just kind of seem to go through spurts of having offensive control, ice kind of tilting back and forth.
Yeah, and we saw that here with Eastern Kentucky. They did a good job of working that puck up to the point. Unfortunately, they just can't get anything on net so far.
Coquit on the draw. Both teams exchange possession of it before Coquit up on the far side boards is just able to get it past the blue line. So to be grabbed once more here by Purdom within his own blue line, and McPherson backtracking as Bradley putting on a nice forecheck. That was a very strong point of Bradley's game yesterday. They really had a nice forecheck on the defense of the Colonels.
We'll see if that continues today, and they've been doing a pretty good job of it so far.
Jared Ernest, captain of this Bradley team, is able to got a saucer pass past McPherson. McPherson forced to play it to the far side where Ernest will grab once again. One-time shot gets blockered away there by Shaw before it's grabbed once more here by the Colonels as they're able to guide it to center ice. Whitelaw goes back on over to Ernest, and Ernest tries to go back on over to Whitelaw. Whitelaw moving ahead through neutral ice. Tries to send a pass on over to Herman, but that one gets blocked off there by Purdom, and Jared Ernest pressure on for him as he gets taken down, and it's grabbed here by the Colonels. Referees say that he just lost an edge, but
I thought that could have been a penalty. Not so according to the officials. So to be an icing the other way.
Referees didn't see it that way, so we played on before we have ourselves an icing. Bradley to defend their own end of the ice now.
Eastern Kentucky has been doing a pretty good job here defensively. Of course, hustling down to try and beat out that Bradley player, and now they've got a chance to do it offensively here.
Off the draw, they score right off the draw. That was Cotton who picked the puck up and fired it past Newsbaum. Looked like that was a 5-hole shot. Once more, Eastern Kentucky will grab the lead.
Yeah, Bryce Cotton with a really nice goal there, just kind of fired it right off the draw, and I think that caught Bradley off guard a little bit, but nonetheless, this game is now a 2-1 lead for Eastern Kentucky.
A seesaw game thus far, not even 10 minutes in, and the light has flashed 3 times. Bradley looking to make it light one more time. So off the draw, it's grabbed here by the Colonels, and they guide it up along the right wing boards, and a shot there off the stick of Gustafson was a riser and went high and wide. We grabbed here by Elman. He tries to guide it up along the far side boards. John facing off against Whitehead there, and Whitehead wins that battle as he's able to get it across here to Gustafson. Gustafson behind the net tries to stuff it out in front before Vidvitsky breaks it up temporarily, and then Gustafson gets it back, puts it up top to the point here for Walters, and Walters will defer back down behind the net where Whitehead battles up against a couple Braves. Broken out here by Elman. Elman able to get it past the blue line of his own end, so Eastern Kentucky got to get back on sides.
Finally able to change up a little bit too. They've been hounding in the offensive zone for the last little bit here.
It's grabbed here by Elman. He cuts through neutral ice and then enters in up along the left wing. He'll dump it in as he'll now go for a change, and Eastern Kentucky surges ahead now. Grabbed here by Morsey up along the right wing. He fires a try. Easily gloved there by Newsbaum, and he'll hold for a stoppage.
Good stop by Newsbaum. Read that shot from Morrissey all the way, and no problem for him. And for the most part, Newsbaum has been pretty solid so far in this hockey game.
Face off to the near side. Marcel steps in. Facing off against Whitehead. It's grabbed here by Sumter. Sumter able to connect here with a couple forwards, and a joint effort is able to get the puck into neutral ice and then to the offensive zone. Referee calls him offsides. Sumter still holding on to the puck here. Tries to get it across here to Marcel. Marcel grabs and he's able to fire deep. Honda chasing it after it here for Bradley. He's going to be the first. The puck throws it out in front. He's looking to connect with Marcel. It didn't reach him. Seth Bishop and Marcel both battling up along the near side boards before it finds its way on over to the far corner. Grabbed here by Eastern Kentucky. They try to clear it on out, but Whitelaw is able to keep it in. Marcel try to connect there with Bishop. It gets broken on up, and Kentucky surges ahead. Mumsman fires a try, and that one goes past the far post. Loose change is picked up behind the net. Boards grabbed here by Bishop up along the boards, trying to get the puck past Purdom. Purdom is able to throw it out and into the slot. Both teams exchanging possession. It comes in on nets. Both teams whacking at it before Bradley is able to grab and clear the crease. Grabbed by Bishop. Fired into the opposite corner of the ice, and he'll get off for a change. Grabbed by Vidvitsky. He's got some ice to work with, so he grabs, waits for his team to set up an entry, and he'll fire it in. Grabbed now by Walters. Tries to clear it up along to the opposite side. Grabbed here to the point by Ernest. Ernest blows a tire. He's able to still hold on to it here. He's looking in the slot, but he's just going to hold it on the backhand and throw it towards Prasma, and looks like we have ourselves a stoppage. We'll go to face-off.
Yeah, I want to go back to an opportunity there for Eastern Kentucky where that puck kind of came out to the middle of their defensive zone, and Moosman had a really nice play, used his speed to his advantage to come up the ice and set up that opportunity for Eastern Kentucky, and that's one of the reasons why he's the leading scorer of this team.
Vidvitsky banks it off the glass, connects here with Rondeau, and Rondeau is able to leave it here for Coquit, and he'll enter in up along the left wing. Coquit fans, and the shot still holds on to it, and tries once more. And that try gets blocked away there by Shaw. Up on the near side boards, it's just broken up here by Eastern Kentucky. It's a one-on-one here. Vidvitsky against Rintala. Rintala blew a tire, but it's still held in the offensive zone here by McPherson. He fires a try on that. That one goes past the far post. Vidvitsky tries to guide it across here to Prasma before it gets broken up there by Ernest. Ernest leaves here for Coquit. Coquit trying to clear it on out. He'll be successful in doing so. Bradley able to get some fresh legs out. We got a stoppage, I guess a hand pass?
I believe so, yep. So we'll get another whistle here with 7:59 to go. 2-1 lead for Eastern Kentucky, and but Bradley I think has played pretty nicely. They've been able to get a few chances in their offensive zone here, and they're gonna have another one with this offensive face-off here. Maybe try and look to even this thing up here before we go into the first intermission.
Elman guides it off the draw to the far side boards where it's grabbed here by Walters. He tries to clear it on out, and it'll be grabbed now here by Gustafson as he guides it to center ice. John able to pick it up here for Bradley, and it's broken on up there by the Colonels, and they throw it to the near side boards, and it's thrown out in front before Herman's able to grab and chip it to center ice. Picked up now here by Purdom, and he'll look ahead. Cotton grabs, and at center ice, he tries to enter into the slot of Bradley's end, guided to the right wing boards. Herman's able to chip it up into center ice, and Purdom once more will look to set up an attack. Goes across here to McPherson. McPherson dumps it deep. Grabbed here by John. He is able to guide it across here to Jensen, and Jensen's got a lane to Herman, who's able to chip it to center ice. And once more, Eastern Kentucky. Ice seems to be tilted in their favor right now as they've held a lot of offensive zone opportunities. Down behind the net, Cotton looking for a passing option. Tries to leave it here for Whitehead. Whitehead tries to spin away here from Sumter. Grabbed here by Gustafson up along the near side boards, tries to leave it for Whitehead. Still on cycle before Bradley is able to momentarily break it on up, and it's grabbed now here by Sumter, and he's able to bring it to neutral territory. Cutting through the ice with some nice stick handling. He's nearly able to leave it there for Marcel before it's grabbed once more here by Morsey. Morsey is able to send it to the near side corner, where it's grabbed here by Ernest, and Ernest tried to connect with a couple players on his squad, but went between them, and we get ourselves a stoppage.
Yeah, John, you mentioned the ice seems to be tilted in Eastern Kentucky's favor, and you're absolutely right. They've been having the bulk of the offensive chances, and then just when we thought Bradley had a chance at the other end, Eastern Kentucky comes right back in with the puck. So they've been looking good, and that's why they're up in this game 2-1.
Hirschman on the draw, battling against Marcel. Now at the face-off, puck finds its way to the near side boards. Grabbed up here at the top by Purdom. He fires a try. That one gets blocked, and it was right on the stick there. It looked like Hirschman, but he just wasn't able to pull the trigger. Now it's Sorrentino who surges ahead back the way. Might be a 3-on-2 here if Bradley can hurry. Grabbed here by Marcel. Wide open is Cipra, but Marcel didn't see him, and he wasn't able to send a pass across to him. And we now get a stoppage. Bradley's going to head to the man advantage.
Yeah, just what they needed in a situation like this. They get a shot on net, and now they have an opportunity to get some even more shots on net thanks to this upcoming power play. And it'll be their second chance of the game. We'll see if they can score one here.
And it's a good player to head to the box if you're Bradley. As Purdom will sit for a few, captain of this squad. So
he's got 6 points in 5 games so far this year, so pretty good numbers for him so far.
Coquit steps into the face-off dot. And off the draw, it's grabbed here by Eastern Kentucky. They're able to get it past the blue line. Sumter tried to kick the puck in. That'll be grabbed now here by Cipra, and he'll look ahead. Cipra cutting through the ice, enters into the slot with a good burst of speed, leaves it here for Coquit. They'll set up the unit. Coquit up top here for Sumter. Sumter tries to guide a pass. Looked like he was trying to reach Elman, didn't reach him. Still held here by Sumter, puck's at his feet. Leaves it here for Elman, and Elman's able to put it up top here to Coquit. 125 on the man advantage left here for Elman. Elman tries to fire shot. That one goes wide. It's grabbed now here by Honda. Honda, Cipra. Cipra loses it, and Cipra takes a man down. That's going to be a penalty, and with that, we're going to see some 4-on-4 action. Not a good play there by Cipra.
No, not at all, and unfortunately, I think that's the thing you have to do in that situation is take the penalty, because otherwise that's going to be a breakaway for Eastern Kentucky, and we've seen them score a couple times already. And so unfortunately that is the play that Cipra has to make, and can't do that, so that's going to be a penalty, and we're going to have a little 4-on-4 action here for 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Not what Bradley wanted, but what they'll have to deal with right now is Ernest will grab here for his squad, and he'll look ahead, tries to connect here with Marcel. Marcel will grab it. He enters in up along the right wing. Tries to fire shot on that. That one's answered there by Shaw. Chip to center ice. Vidvitsky now to grab. At the near side boards, Vidvitsky guides it across here to Marcel. It's intercepted, and a shot on that gets answered by Newsbaum, and he just leaves it here for Ernest to play. Grab by Bishop. Bishop again using that great stick handling and speed to enter the offensive zone. Gets double teamed before Vidvitsky blows a tire, and it's grabbed now here by the Colonels. They enter in. That's Whitehead who tries to spin a pass through the blue paint, not reaching anybody. So Vidvitsky now grabs. Vidvitsky simply clear it to center ice before it's grabbed now here by Eastern Kentucky, and it's fired deep. Cotton beats Sorrentino to the puck. Cotton still holding on to it here. Looking for a passing option and throws it out in front with a saucer pass. Is able to connect, but no offensive chances came out of it. EKU gets their man back, so they've got the power play for 40 seconds.
I believe there's going to be a penalty coming up here against Eastern Kentucky. There was a late hit behind the play, and as the official indicates, we are going to have a penalty. So Bradley catches a break here. And that play was just down here in the far corner and right over in the hit was just a little bit late, and I couldn't tell if it was a roughing call or not, but it's going to be a penalty regardless against Eastern Kentucky.
That's going to be Cotton, who will sit for 2. So we'll get extended 4-on-4 action for 37 seconds, and then Bradley will have just over a minute to work with on the power play.
Got to take advantage of this open ice, too, if you're Bradley, especially when you're trailing in a game like this 2-1.
So Sorrentino steps in to the face-off dot. Strong freshman Bradley has in their squad in Sorrentino. Off the draw, he's able to win it up top here to John. John's able to bank it off the glass. Behind the net, Herman battles here. And it's McPherson, but he's able to clear it to center ice, and Sumter now looks to connect with Sorrentino. Sorrentino enters in up along the right wing, trying to cut in the slot. He gets taken down before it's grabbed now here by the Colonels, and they'll race ahead. Brought up here by Purdom. He fires a try. Nice save there by Newsbaum, and that'll force a stoppage.
Very good shot by Purdom, and a good job by Newsbaum to control his rebound. Came out a little bit, but he's able to gather it back in and get the whistle. But good chance again for Eastern Kentucky, trying to add to their lead here before the end of the first period.
Colquitt facing off against Whitehead. 3:11 remaining within first period. Bradley down 2-1. Trying to even the game up here with this 4-on-4 chance, and then their power play. Elman enters into the slot. Fires a try. That gets answered. Elman left here for Colquitt. Bradley now gets their man back. Colquitt out in front here, trying to connect with Elman, but couldn't reach him. Sumter up top. Tries to throw it on over to Colquitt. Didn't reach him. Colquitt now tried to send it rink wide to Honda. Colquitt still holding on to it before it's picked up here by EKU as they race ahead. Nice draw pass grabbed here by Bond, but he couldn't make anything of the chance, and Bradley with an errant pass will have it grabbed here by Walters, and Walters will just bang it up along the far side boards, gets a little assistance from Whitehead as he guides it deep. Not exactly sure what Prasma is doing there as it's out in front, and Newsbaum's going to have to, might be that Cipra, not Prasma, but yeah, Cipra tried to go up along the near post to try and grab that puck, but it was right in front of the far one.
Yeah, dangerous play for sure by Cipra, and when you're on the power play, as Bradley is, you can't be making mistakes like that, so stuck in their own end here. Bradley's only got 3 guys on the ice right now, so.
Still missing another leg, so.
Yeah, not sure what that's about.
So nonetheless, Marcel on the dot, 35, remaining on the man advantage. Jared Ernest steps in. Off the draw, it's grabbed here by Sorrentino, and they look to set up a rush. Bishop back to Sorrentino. Sorrentino cutting through the ice, is able to enter in, still holding onto it. Tried to leave it here for Herman, but didn't have it. Let him muster in the pass. Herman grabs, and on the backhand, he's able to guide it across to Bishop, then Herman once more. Herman tried to reach Marcel, passes outside of his reach, and it's going to be cleared down the distance of the ice, and that will end Bradley's man advantage.
Some good opportunities for Bradley on that chance, but they also had a couple of opportunities where they were stuck in their own end, just like they are here.
Gustafson leaves it here for one of his forwards, and from behind the net, they try to center it out in front. It'll be grabbed here once more by Gustafson as he throws it deep. Nice hit there by Sorrentino against Cotton. Herman up along the far side boards is able to clear it, sent out in front, and a try there by Cotton goes high and wide. Grabbed here by Ernest up along the near side boards. He's trying to clear it on out before it's picked up here by Cotton once more. Cotton tried to throw it out in front into the slot. It's put up top here to the point, and a long try there gets answered by Newsbaum. That one coming off the stick of Schweitzer, and more zone possession held here by the Colonels. Long wrist shot gets tipped and goes high over the net. Behind the net once more. It's thrown out in front, trying to connect there with Foster. Didn't reach him. Bishop now is able to gut it up along the near side boards where Ernest grabs, and he's able to clear it down the distance. Fresh legs all around for Bradley.
Want to give good credit to Bradley defensively. They did a really good job of preventing some of those passing lanes from becoming available in front of the net.
Grabbed here by the Colonels as they move ahead. Connected here with McPherson, and his shot goes past the net to try out in front. It's in the slot, and Bradley got to clear it on out as the first period will expire. Bradley down 2-1 in this one in the second game of the series, so not exactly how you wanted to start off the first period. Let's see what adjustments they make.
Yeah, you mentioned it, not exactly the way you wanted to start. They obviously being down 1-0, they knotted that up, which was a good sign to see. But then Eastern Kentucky responded with a goal of their own and kind of looked slow in a little bit of some of the areas, and Eastern Kentucky has been doing a really good job of puck possession in this one, and so we'll see how Bradley responds. I think they're certainly going to need a little more energy, though, out there in the second period.
That's right, so we will head to the first intermission. Bradley down 2-1. Second period coming up after this. I'm John Collin alongside Matt Harrington. You're watching Bradley Hockey here on YouTube. And we're back to the action here at the Owens Center as we get ready for some second period action. It's the Bradley Braves facing off against the EKU Colonels. Bradley down 2-1 as we enter the second frame. John Connell alongside Matt Harrington. Matt, what do you think Bradley's got to do to get back into this game?
Well, I think the most important thing for them is going to be getting off to a good start here in the second period. You want to use your speed to your advantage, and especially on that first shift of the game, we'll see if they can potentially strike. And you know, you got to try and get this game even as soon as possible to prevent EKU from expanding to their lead. So I think a hot start is what's going to be needed, and then you can just kind of take it one step at a time. But I think that you got to have a good start to this period if you're going to want to try and come back and win this game.
That's right. So it'll be Colquitt who steps into the face-off dot, and Bradley with a nice blitz right off the draw. Both defensemen there pinching, and they're able to start off the period with some offensive zone pressure here against EKU. EKU finally able to break the siege as Vidvitsky, they're fending on a pass, and it's grabbed here, but broken up. Nice breakup of the rush there by Ernest, as it was Bond who entered in the slot with a one-on-one. So bringing it ahead now is Bonnie's tries to clear it up along the far side boards. Vitsky's able to slap it off the glass, but it bounces into the netting, so we'll get a stoppage.
And good start for Bradley. You mentioned that sort of a blitz right off the draw, and they looked good for a little bit, and now they're going to have an offensive zone face-off, so the pressure is certainly being put on Eastern Kentucky to start this second period.
Marcel on the face-off. Off the draw, it's grabbed here by EKU. They try and clear it up along the boards. Sumter here pinching, trying to get the puck and fires a try on that. That one hit off a stick and goes behind the net. It's grabbed here by Foster. Isn't able to clear. Bradley still holding on the zone, and a long shot there gets answered by Shaw, and we'll get another stoppage.
Good shot by Marcel right off that left wing, maybe trying to catch EKU off guard a little bit, but just got to start getting pucks to the net, and that's exactly what Bradley has been doing to start this second period.
Marcel once more. And the dot, it's right up top to the point. And Marcel still holding on to the puck, into the slot, near face-off dot with a shot. Hits off a stick and will go out of play, and we'll get another stoppage.
Again, just getting pucks to the net. Good defense by EKU in front, but Bradley's got some good offensive pressure to begin this period, and we're not even a minute into this second period.
That's right, so Elman now in the dot will look to keep up that offensive zone pressure, and they'll get tossed. So Honda steps in. Grabbed here by the Colonels. They try and clear it up along the far side board, so it's grabbed here by Morsey. He retreats it back to his defense, and Walters now takes a look, pucks at his feet, so Honda's able to keep up the pressure. Grabbed out here by Hirschman, and he loses it to Bishop. Bishop trying to pick up the puck and grab some zone possession here for Bradley before it's grabbed here by Walters, and now Walters steams ahead. It's 3-on-2 coming back the other way. Walters enters in the slot with a drop pass here to Hirschman. Hirschman tries to go back on over to Walters. Walters tries to spin it out in front before it's broken up here by Elman, and Elman now looks ahead. Fired back in.
Ooh.
John to grab here, took a funny bounce off the boards, and Newsbaum didn't know where it was.
Gotta be careful there.
Sumter still holding. Sumter dodging a couple poke checks as he moves it ahead, and he enters into the right wing of the ice, and is able to force the puck behind the net, waiting for his team to finish up a change.
Good stick
And that's
work
going to
by
be a
Sumter,
hooking there
but
by
yeah.
Sumter, and he'll go sit for 2 on the hook. So Bradley's going to find themselves shorthanded here.
Just a little bit too much of the stick there from Sumter, and he's going to head to the box, but did a good job battling for that puck. Just a little bit too much, though, on the stick, and it's going to result in a penalty.
So with just over 2 minutes into the second period, EKU with an opportunity here offensively.
Chance to try and really put the pressure on Bradley, too, by getting a 2-goal lead early in the second period.
Colquitt now step into the dot, facing off against Hirschman. And off the draw, it's grabbed here at the near side point, and Foster will send it deep, where it's put up top here to the point, and a shot there by Purdom gets answered by Sorrentino as he was able to break that shot up. Goes it over to Gustafson up along the far side boards. Mumsman at the far dot, drops on off, and a shot there on net gets answered. The puck was still loose, and the referee's a little quick to that whistle, so we'll get a stoppage.
Yep, you mentioned it, and Bradley caught potentially a big break there with all kinds of Eastern Kentucky Colonels out in front, so good break for Bradley, and now they got to use that to their advantage and try and clear this one out here.
Colonels keep the same unit out there. Bradley changes it up. And off the draw, it's grabbed here by Gustafson. Tries to lay it on up top to the point here for Purdom. Purdom fires a try. That one hits off a stick and goes past the net. Grabbed here by Vitvitsky. He tries to clear it up along the near side boards, where it's still held in the zone by the Colonels. Gustafson behind the nets, swaps rolls there with another one of his forwards. Turn up here for Mumsman. Mumsman puts it up top here to the point. Foster there puts it back on over to Purdom, and Purdom's shot goes past the net. Fan to pass, and the slot, EKU will throw it on over to Mumsman, and his shot goes past the cage, but they still hold it in the zone. 40 seconds still on the man advantage. Throw to rink wide, and Mumsman with a try on the one-time shot went sailing over the net, so once more EKU holding it in the zone. Purdom tries to fire a try. That one gets blocked, and finally Bradley's able to get it out of their own zone, but still in center ice as EKU controls. Brought up along the right wing boards. Mumsman goes behind the net looking for a passing option. He throws it out into the slot here for Purdom. A nice shot and an answer. Newsbaum unable to locate, so it's still held in the offensive zone here by the Colonels. Shot gets blocked.
Full strength now for Bradley.
Another try, and Newsbaum with an answer. Another shot, and that one again with a save there by Newsbaum. Elman grabs, gets taken down, thrown in the slot before Cipra, unable to hold on to it. Still grabbed here by Purdom. Purdom tees up a slap shot. Saved there with the glove by Newsbaum, and finally the siege ends.
Yeah, you mentioned the siege, and it certainly was, as Eastern Kentucky really just spent that entire power play pretty much in their offensive zone and all kinds of chances. Purdom had quite a few chances in the slot. Mumsman had a couple chances at that left wing side, and really just all kinds of offensive pressure on that power play for Eastern Kentucky.
After the draw, Bradley still trying to get it past their blue line. Whitelaw controls behind his own net, tries to bank it off the boards. It's still held in here by Eastern Kentucky as this offensive zone pressure is it's probably gone at least 2 minutes now. Fired on, not saved in the rebound. It's picked up here by Sumter. And once again, Bradley still can't clear.
It's great.
Finally got into center ice, and Jensen grabs, and he's able to send it to the opposite side of the ice as Herman's able to send it deep.
Really good forecheck on the other end there by Bryce Cotton to keep that puck in, and he's doing a good job defensively here too.
Grabbed here by Eastern Kentucky, and again, they'll look to set up an offensive zone chance. Grabbed here by Whitelaw. Banks off the glass, and it's grabbed here by Walters as he fires it back into Peoria ice. Grabbed here by Sumter, and Sumter now looks ahead. Bradley is going to get themselves a man advantage here. As looks like there's a lot of miscommunication going on right now.
Yeah, all kinds of trouble out there, and it looks like the official is pointing to the bench as if it's a penalty against Bradley. And so I'm not really sure what happened there, but we saw the goaltender head to the bench, and I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe we'll have coincidental minors, maybe we'll have just one. I'm not sure.
Referee was pointing there was too many men for Bradley.
Okay. And I think what happened with that too many men is the goaltender was coming off originally, and maybe the new skater just jumped a little bit too soon. I'm not exactly sure if that's the case, but looks like we're going to have 2 men to the box as Bradley has a man going to the box, and that's Whitelaw. So
The referee now talking with the scores box is, yeah, I couldn't tell you what's going on right now. So I think right now you may have the best possible lead as to what's going on, and that EKU had a penalty. And
well, the referee went back to the scores box and indicated as if he was going to add an extra penalty, and you heard one of the EKU coaches telling his guy in the box to sit down, and there may be an extra penalty coming up against Eastern Kentucky. Maybe he got ejected or something, but we'll see here. As you can tell, that you can see the referee talking to the Eastern Kentucky head coach over there.
still waiting to see what exactly is going to transpire here, as referee talking it over here with the EKU coach.
Again, I think it looks like, as of now, that it's going to be an extra penalty against EKU. And you see the man heading to the box to try and serve that extra penalty. So maybe my guess would be you had that original penalty on EKU, and then potentially a unsportsmanlike conduct as well that's likely going to be served by another Eastern Kentucky player. So
that looks like that'll be it. And Marcel talking over the referees, and same story with Whitehead as he's trying to understand exactly what's going on. Would have been just easy to call that single penalty.
I think so.
That's
And
just
now
me.
we've got
I don't know.
all sorts of penalties here. So again, 2 men in the box for Eastern Kentucky and just the 1 for Bradley. So it looks like we were going to have a 5-on-4 man advantage for Bradley.
That's right. So after all the craziness, Bradley will be a man up right now.
Just like
Sorrentino
we thought it was originally going to be.
That's right. Sorrentino, Ernest, and Ernest sends an errant pass that is sent right back into Bradley Ice. Let me just say, Bradley's power play has not looked good today.
No. We'll see if they can maybe turn the tides a little bit here with this chance.
Sorrentino trying to move it ahead, and they'll retreat to go grab as his pass missed. And his pass to Ernest wouldn't connect either. Another pass missing, so it's grabbed here by Walters, and they'll fire it into Bradley Ice. 3rd time's a charm here for Bradley. Ernest grabs up along the near side. Pass misses. And that passing rating is just devastated.
Yeah, they got to get something going here. Good connection.
Good
though,
connection
up
there. Ernest from Sorrentino, then connects with Marcelli offsides.
Yeah, just when you thought you had something, Marcel's going to get a penalty here for shooting the puck after. And clearly the referee's not messing around with his penalty calls today. So Marcel's going to go to the box, and it's a bad penalty to take if you're Bradley.
That's right. You know, some guys like the limelight. Referees today certainly like it. So Marcel to sit, and we'll have 4-on-4 action, and then a power play coming up for EKU.
The frustrations are clearly starting to boil over here a little bit for Bradley. So see what they can do here on this 4-on-4 and try and swing the momentum in their favor a little bit.
So Elman on the face-off. Shot right off the draw. That attempt by Gustafson went wide, so it's Sumter who grabs, tries to connect here with Elman, and Elman now moves it ahead. Elman with a nice bank pass, trying to connect with Honda. That didn't reach him. Elman chasing after his own puck. It's going to be grabbed here by Purdom. Purdom's able to connect here with Foster. Foster then up ahead, and that was Gustafson who tried to surge past the Bradley defense, but it didn't reach him. Connected here with Honda. He tries to enter in the ice. It's in the slots, then trying to be smacked down there by Elman. Leaves here for Sumter. Sumter with a toe drag before it gets broken up here by EKU, and they chip it to center ice.
Sumter just trying to be a little bit too fancy there, and he gave it away.
Foster holding it on the back end, then to the forehand. It's in the crease. And Newsbaum's able to locate. We'll get a stoppage.
A couple of chances at the other end for Bradley. The problem is once they got it past the blue line, they just couldn't really get anything else going from there. And Sumter had Honda and Marcel with them, and unfortunately just couldn't make a pass with an open lane available. So the chances for Bradley, they're not being taken advantage of here.
Grabbed here by Kokwitz, and off the draw, it's grabbed here by EKU, fired on net, and Nussbaum holds for a stoppage.
About 7 seconds left of 4-on-4 here, and then Bradley's going to be going on the penalty kill for a little bit less than a minute. So got to be strong on this penalty kill. Eastern Kentucky's been dominating on the power play today.
Shot right on, goes past the net. It's grabbed here by John. He tries to bank it up the boards. He's going to pick it on up and send it down the distance. No icing.
Yep, no ice because the penalty just got out, so it's now back to a 4-on-4. Or pardon me, 5-on-4 for Eastern Kentucky now on the power play.
Whitehead's pass misses. Kokwitz able to break it on up before it's grabbed here by Moosman, and Moosman's able to drop it on off here for another one of his forwards, that one being Purdom, and Purdom enters in up along the right wing, holds up. Purdom connects with the late attacker here. That's Whitehead, then up top to the point. Purdom gets it back, fires a try. Nice save there by Nussbaum. Ernest trying to force the puck up along the near side boards. Musman once more, drops on off here. Behind the net, taken to Wayne Gretzky's office. Grabbed here by Kokwit. Kokwit with plenty of time is able to move it on ahead as Bradley's penalty expires. Kokwit enters at the near side dot, tried to send a pass to Marcel. Marcel now picks the puck up, comes up top here to Ernest, and Ernest's pass gets blocked, and Bradley got to get back on sides now.
Bradley finally able to kill off that penalty, and like I mentioned before, that Eastern Kentucky power play was dominant. They had a really good setup on that chance.
Rentala loses it to Ernest. Ernest grabs and is able to send it deep. Picked up here by Rindeau. Rindeau on front for Prasma, and he scores! Mike Prasma gets his second goal of the year. A beautiful setup there for Rindeau. The goalie was surprised as I was.
Yeah, what a pass in front, and Prasma buries it. I think he was a little bit unexpected there, but Prasma gets it on a stick, and how about that? We got a tie hockey game, John.
That's right, Mike Prasma, senior, first year on the Bradley squad. Taking up a good role as a power forward, grinder, but still finding the twine every once in a while. Prasma, second goal, and Bradley's able to tie it up.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way, and they finally do get that break, and so now they've officially knotted this game up at 2 apiece, and not sure what's going on over there with the Eastern Kentucky coach, but we'll find out.
More, I don't know if there's more minors getting dished out here. I don't think so, but
I hope not.
I tell you, let's just get this game moving.
We have been here for a while.
Yeah, yesterday's game didn't go by an evenly paced game. This one, there's been a lot of stoppages. So.
Yeah. Doesn't help when the referees don't know what penalties they're calling, and we get big chunks of time passed where we don't know where the penalties are, and kind of a mess a little bit, but looks like we're finally ready to get back
Who knows,
going.
they might get paid by the hour, so we're just supporting Peoria, local Peoria business. So nonetheless, off the draw, it's grabbed here by Bradley. Vidvitsky up along the near side of his own end, got it across to Sumter, and Sumter's able to fire it deep, and it's grabbed here by McPherson, tries to throw it up along the far side. Vidvitsky grabs and is able to cut it across here for Herman. Herman holding on the back end of the forehand, a shot, and that one goes through the paint. Elman holds, drops on off here for Herman. And then brought on over to the far side where it's grabbed here by Gustafson, and he's able to put it to center ice. Herman enters in once more, and his dump just goes over the glass, and we'll get a stoppage.
Good chance by Ethan Herman, looking for a chance to catch that goaltender off guard, but unfortunately he just slid it right through their paint. But Bradley's got a sense of life in them now, and hopefully they can take advantage of this momentum and try and take their first lead of the hockey game.
That's right, so Marcel at the dot. And off the draw, puck goes on over to the far side boards. Vidvitsky facing off against Bond here. thrown out in front there, and a good chance gets broken on up there by the Bradley defense. And Marcel back ahead the other way, catches Rendell. Rendell's got Prasma with him out in front for Prasma, and that chance goes past the net. Prasma's looking for his second. Grabbed here by Marcel, dumped deep. And it'll be grabbed here by the EKU defense, and a long stretch pass sends it off his own guys. It pinballed back on over to Purdom. Purdom now leaves it here for Whitehead, and Whitehead getting pressured here by Bradley. Is able to send it deep, and icing waved off. Nice defensive play there by Bond, the first of the puck. Bond, far side, dropped on into the slot there. Munns with a shot, and that one gets saved. Purdom tries on the rebound. That one goes past the net, and now Cokewood brings it ahead. Ice really opening up now. Cokewood entering into the slot. Tries to leave it here for Sorrentino. Sorrentino behind the net, takes a look, and it's out in front of the slot here. It's Cipra who tries to fire a chance, and that one gets answered.
Yeah, that puck kind of just slid right through the crease, and unfortunately nobody on Bradley was able to get to it. But you mentioned earlier Prasma scored that first goal, and then again had a really nice chance right on the stick, just couldn't find the back of the net with it. So gotta like the way he has been playing in the second period.
Elman on the draw. Unable to win it, and just put past the Bradley defense. So it's grabbed here by Sumter. Good pass there by Vidvitsky. On over to Honda. Honda's able to fire deep, and Elman to try and put some pressure on Schweitzer here. Honda getting checked before it's put up top to the point here. Sumter with a chance. That one gets blocked, and bringing ahead now the other way is Hirschman. He enters in up along the right wing and fires a chance, and that one's out in front, and they score. A terrible, terrible bounce. Looked like they hit off a Sumter stick and went into the Bradley nets, and nonetheless, EKU gets that lead back. I'm not even sure who's going to get credit with that goal if Sumter had enough possession of the puck to warrant it not being Hirschman's goal.
Yeah, and that's just about as bad as it gets as far as bounces go. As it just kind of came up on Sumter and just rolled around, and somehow it found its way into the back of the net. And so Eastern Kentucky gets their lead back, and just when you thought things were going Bradley's way, it goes right back to Eastern Kentucky's favor.
Good thing here for Bradley is that the ice definitely opened up at the opposite end.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can find a solution here to get in the third goal. Jensen, Ernest. Ernest tries to go back on over to Jensen. And it's grabbed here by Foster. It's broken up there by Jensen. That'll be offside, so we get a stoppage.
You mentioned that ice opening up, and Bradley's been able to get a few more offensive chances too, as for the majority of this game it seemed like Eastern Kentucky had much more possession, but Bradley's starting to chop that down a little bit.
Ernest up along the near side boards is able to dump it deep, and alters to plate here as he tries to clear it out of his own end. Jensen temporarily breaking it up for Hirschman grabs now. Thrown on over to the far side, and it's broken on out here by the Colonels. Nice break up there. Marcel picks it up in the slot. It's a one-on-one looking for reinforcements. Marcel fires. Saved by Shaw. We get a stoppage.
Yeah, good shot by Marcel, and that was a good job defensively by Walters to kind of push him to the outside, and he was forced to take that shot a little bit further away than he thought. So good defensive play by Walters.
Looks like Herman's going to get a penalty here for a little trip behind the play, and someone's going to go for roughing too. So we'll see if this is 4-on-4 hockey or if it's coincidental. I believe it's going to be 4-on-4. So
not really sure.
The slick trip
yeah,
behind the play. So
officials are not messing around today, that's for sure.
No, they are not. Those whistles are active. So
They are.
neutral zone draw. Looks like, again, we'll get that 4-on-4. Sorrentino facing off against Whitehead. And off the draw, it's banked up off the far boards before it's grabbed here by Vidvitsky, and Vidvitsky's able to dump it in before Cipra grabs. He's got to get back on sides, and It's now broken up ahead here for Bond. Bond up along the right wing with a backhand try. Answered there by the stick of Newsbaum. And a terrible hit, terrible dive there behind the play. Couldn't tell if Sorrentino just lost an edge or if he got hit.
Like he got whacked pretty hard, so.
Took a tumble nonetheless, but it looks like he's still able to keep going. So it's grabbed here by Sorrentino up along the left wing. Looking for a late attacking option here. He's got one in Ernest or Vitvitsky. He's still surging up ahead with it, and on the backhand he guides it on over to the far boards, and 2 players go down. Cipro getting tackled.
Things are starting to get pretty chippy here too, and Cipro I think got tangled up and just got a little bit too aggressive there, and I'm not sure if there's going to be any penalties resulting in this. We'll find out here within a minute or so.
That's right, that was Foster and Cipro who were going at it. Foster definitely has the size advantage on Cipro, I'll tell you that. So
Cipro's going to the box for sure here, and not sure if it's going to be just him or someone else joining him. We'll find out.
So we'll see, again, more hecticness with the penalties. So
yeah, the minutes are starting to add up too. So Bradley's got 2 guys in the box right now for Eastern Kentucky, just the one, and looks like we are going to have.
might just stay 4-4. I think
Yeah,
those are probably going to
I
be
believe you are correct.
coincidentals.
It will be 4-4.
So off the draw, it's grabbed here by Bradley. Ernest sends it across here to Vitvitsky, and Vitvitsky off the boards. It's an EKU ice, grabbed here by Baker. And EKU now moves it ahead. Right up along the left wing, that's Gustafson. Nice toe drag and a shot there. Answer there by Newsbaum. A cute little move there by Gustafson to change up the angle on Newsbaum. Vitvitsky now tries to connect with Coquit, and puck just gets past their own blue line, and Purdom fires a try. That gets blocked there by Ernest. Grabbed here by Vitvitsky as he's able to connect with
Penalty
Ernest,
coming up here
and
against DKU.
another penalty, I guess.
Yep, it's going to be against Eastern Kentucky. Not sure what for, but we get a stoppage of play here.
We may have to get a carpenter down there to try and expand that penalty box.
I think you're right.
Getting close to standing room only down there, so. So nonetheless, it should be a 4-on-3, maybe for 34 seconds.
I believe you're correct.
At this point, I'm just throwing darts at a board. And so nonetheless, EKU grabs and they clear down. Bradley really having a hard time with their power play today. It is just not. From zone entries to zone possession, nothing's really looked all that good. And
the passing hasn't been
passing
good.
it's probably been the worst part. So up along the near side boards, clear deep. Off the stick of Walters, and by that time, I think the man advantage may expire here as Sorrentino brings it across here to Bishop. Bishop enters, dropped it off here for Sorrentino, and his shot gets answered there, and we'll have a whistle.
Yeah, good shot by Sorrentino. Bradley's finally able to get some going at the tail end of that man advantage, and Sorrentino kind of waited for that lane to open up and was able to get a good shot on. Unfortunately, no rebound there for him, but you like to see that at the tail end of that power play.
So Coquit on the face-off. And off the draw, it finds its way on over to the far side boards. A couple players taking a tumble for it. It's grabbed here by EKU, and it's brought up here by Moosman. Moosman fires. Nice save there by Newsbaum. Didn't know where the rebound was. Ernest did know where it was. And long stretch pass. Try to connect with. Looked like that was Honda, but he's still able to kick it deep. And it's grabbed here by Elman. Elman left here for Coquit before it's grabbed here by McPherson. Tries to throw it up along the near side. Ernest trying to go D to D, and he's going to get bit on it. It's Baker who moves ahead in all alone. Baker not able to score. It looked like he tried to bring it back to the backhand, but wasn't able to go. Now it's Bradley who's got a 2-on-1. Colquitt and Honda. Colquitt. Honda wasn't in the wheelhouse. It's thrown out in front, and puck finds its way to neutralize. Sumter now grabs. Connects with Ernest. Fired deep. Grabbed here by McPherson. Pass catches Museman as he slaps it deep, and Nussbaum stops it here for Sumter. Long saucer pass catches Colquitt. He's able to drop it on off here for Marcel. Then left for Colquitt again. He's got a clear lane. Colquitt in, shoots, sent it over the net. Grabbed here by Baker. He's able to chop it to center ice.
Good chance by Colquitt, just couldn't find the net there.
Sumter once more. After he cleared it in, it's grabbed here by EKU. And EKU looks ahead now. Up along the boards, Bradley unable to keep it in, and it'll be moved ahead here by Cotton. Cotton fires a try, that one's well wide. Grabbed here by Gustafson. Tries to chip it up top to the point here for Purdom. Purdom fires a long try, that one's answered by Nussbaum through a screen. No problem for him. Sent rink wide, and a shot there off the stick of Gustafson. Got blocked there by Bradley's stick. Gustafson able to leave it here for Cotton. Played up top to the point. Schweitzer with a try. It's out in front, and Bradley's able to clear it. That'll be an icing. We'll get a stoppage.
Really good job by Vivitsky in front for Bradley, clearing the danger a couple of times. There's that open chance right at the right post, and then Vivitsky gets knocked down again in front, but does his job to try and get that puck out of the zone. And it is an icing, comes down the other way, but Vivitsky does a really good job. One of the better plays defensively for Bradley so far this game.
Bradley on the dot here. Marcel able to win it back to Vivitsky. He's going to get it back, and another penalty, I guess.
Looks like it. And not sure if we're going to have both of them go off here or just the one. We'll get the word here in a second, but I believe that's Rindow in there for Bradley, and can't quite tell who that is for Eastern Kentucky.
So we'll see if it's more 4-on-4 or they're coincidental. So
it will be 4-on-4, it looks like. Shots are 27-18 in favor of Eastern Kentucky, and we're going to have a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey here with 3:19 to go.
Well, there's 5 Braves out there now.
I think one of them's going to have to
go
off.
Herman's going to go off, so. Ellman steps in. And off the draw. Ernest loses it. It's out in front. Another nice save there by Nussbaum. And scrapped here by Walters. Getting pressure there by Jensen. Walters moves it ahead. Able to connect here with Baker. Baker takes a look, tried to throw it on across to Walters, didn't reach him. So now grabbed by Whitehead. Dumped deep and grabbed now by John. John loses it behind the net and grabbed here by EKU up along the near side boards. Broken it up there by Ernest, enough to center ice. And it'll be grabbed now here by John up along the near side boards. Goes it banking on over to Ernest, connects with him, and Ernest on the backhand is able to dump it deep. Ellman facing off against Walters on this battle. Comes back up top here to Ernest. Ernest with a shot looking for a redirect, and that one gets blocked down. Jensen trying to apply some forechecking. It's put out in front. It's a one-on-one here. Usman with a shot. That one goes past the near post. Sumter able to shut down part of that angle.
Good job by Sumter. You mentioned shutting down that angle against their leading scorer, a guy you don't want to have scoring.
Grabbed here by Ernest. Past the 2-minute mark within the second period. Grabbed here by McPherson. Use it for his defense, and it's broken on up there by Ernest. It's at his feet, and he just fires it deep. Bishop facing off against McPherson here. It's played into the top of the slot, grabbed here by Ernest. Tees up a shot. Nice save there by Shaw. Herman tries to connect with Bishop once more. Bishop behind the net. It's hit before it's swung around to the far side. And picked up here by Bond. Bond's able to clear his far center ice before it's grabbed here by Sumter, both teams. Now at full strength, grabbed here by Herman, and he enters in up along the right wing. Herman with the good boost of speed, fires a shot. That one goes high and wide. Grabbed here by Cipro, tried to throw it out in front. He was looking to connect with Herman, and Herman nearly got there.
Herman's looked really good in this second period and has had a couple of really good chances offensively.
So it's grabbed here by EKU, and they move ahead. Museman enters in up along the left wing, offsides. We'll get a stoppage.
A couple of good chances at the other end, too. Ernest had a nice slap shot and was able to put it right on net. And unfortunately for Bradley, though, they can't seem to get anything by Eastern Kentucky here in the second period.
Bradley on the draw in neutral territory. Marcel able to win it back to his defense. Whitelaw having some trouble with it before Whitelaw grabs again. Tried to clear it up to Cipra. Cipra's able to grab and bang in neutral territory. Up ahead here for Sorrentino, who's got some speed. Sorrentino cuts in, a little shake and bake, but couldn't get the puck on net. Vidvitsky able to put it deep, and swung around to the opposite side here by EKU. 3 Braves and 3 Colonels in the battle. Put up top to the point here for Whitelaw. Whitelaw fired into the glove to Shaw. We get a stoppage.
Good job by Shaw to read that one all the way from the point, and Whitelaw just tried to sneak it through that little angle, but Shaw was able to read it and find it with his glove pretty easily.
Face off at the near side dot. Elman steps in. Now the draw grabbed here by EKU. Cleared up along to the near side boards, and EKU surges ahead, and Ernest goes down. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Baker tried to send a saucer pass over to Cotton. It was just way too high for Cotton to handle, and that will end the second period. Mike, that was a long one.
Yeah.
Surprised we are not in the AM, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, Bradley able to score 1, while EKU is also able to score 1. So we remain at an EKU advantage of 1 goal. Bradley improved in some areas, but EKU, they did as well. So what did you see there for both those squads there, Matt?
Yeah, like you mentioned, John, certainly some improvements on the Bradley end. They're still able to keep this game within 1. They haven't been down 2 at all in this game, so I think that's certainly a positive aspect to look at. But then again, they've had a really rough time on the power play, unable to set up much there, and then a lot of difficulties passing today, it seems like. So, and then for Eastern Kentucky, they started out the second period pretty strong. They faded off a little bit, but they're up in this hockey game, and they're in the driver's seat heading into the third period. So we'll see if they can continue that pressure in the third.
Gotcha. So nonetheless, we will head to the second intermission as we get ready for the third. We'll be back in a few. I'm John Kyle alongside Matt Harrington. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back to the Owens Center, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for some third period action. It's the Bradley Braves facing off against the EKU Colonels, and Bradley down 3-2. Referees haven't got on the board yet. They've been pretty active in today's game. So.
Jeez, you're right. But yeah, we'll see what Bradley can do here, down 3-2. Certainly there were some good things about their game in the second period, but also a lot to work on too. So we'll see what happens here in period number 3.
That's right. So Elman steps into the dot, and he's able to win it here. Sumter tried to connect with Prasma for the pass, but it didn't reach him. Puck finds its way into EKU ice, and Prasma putting a little bit of pressure on, holds the puck, tried to send it out in front to Rindeau, but Rindeau wasn't able to fire a shot on that. Then it's played out in front to Elman, but that one gets broken on up there by Shaw before the puck reached him. Fire deep into Bradley ice. It's picked up here by Sumter up along the near side boards. Left here for Rindeau, and Rindeau's able to bank it off the glass. It's off an official.
There's a little bit more activity.
That's right, and a little bit more activity too. They like to be involved in the play. And it's grabbed here by Rindeau, trying to send it to Elman. That didn't reach him. One behind the net. Played up top before Prasma's able to pick it on up, and he'll move it ahead. Dump deep, and he'll go for a change. McPherson trying to move the puck ahead here. He drops on off here for Purdom, and Purdom tries to go back on over to Hirschman. That one didn't reach in. And they're grabbed here by Bradley now. Grabbed here by Bishop. Enderzan up along the left wing. He's got some space here. Bishop fires a tough angle shot on net. It's loose, and no goal. Wasn't sure if the puck had crossed the line, and it looks like it didn't, but
very good chance though. I mean, for Seth Bishop to go around that outside edge and get past that defender, really good speed, and unfortunately couldn't bury it, but that's exactly what you want to have if you're Bradley to start this period. You get your guys to throw shots on net, and hopefully something good happens.
Colquitt on the draw now. It's grabbed here by EKU, and they try to move it ahead now. Puck finds its way past Bishop and Ernest, so Ernest now to gather it behind his own net. Hirschman picks it up here. Dropped on off behind the net. Grabbed now by Ernest. Ernest with the saucer pass up the ice, try to reach with Colquitt. That one didn't reach him, and now Vidvinsky to grab.
A lot of dump and chase here early on in this third period for Eastern Kentucky.
Walters banks it off the boards and goes behind the net. It's picked up here by Ernest, trying to connect here with Bishop. Bishop's able to get it across here to Colquitt. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Bishop in the slot shoots, and it's saved there by Shaw. We'll get another stoppage. Good rush there by Bradley.
Yeah, absolutely. And Seth Bishop, of course, getting in on the action again there. And they've looked really good coming out of their defensive zone. They come up the ice with that 3-on-2, and good stuff here from Bradley to begin this third and final period.
So Marcel will step into the dot here. 17:48 remaining here within this third period. Bradley got plenty of time to try and get something done, and EKU is going to look to inhibit it though. Up along the left wing. Swung around to the near side here by Whitehead. Played up top to the point, and one player goes down there for Bradley, and that's going to be a penalty. That's about as clear as it goes. So into the box will go Brian Foster.
Yeah, Foster gets the pretty obvious tripping, as you mentioned, and this is a very huge opportunity for Bradley. Chance to tie this thing up early. You don't want to be getting into late game situations where you're down by a goal, and things haven't been good on the power play so far tonight, but now's an opportunity to try and turn things around.
That's right. So Bradley, I couldn't tell you how many power play opportunities they've had, but it's been a lot. So coming up on another chance. This time we're going to look to convert on this one. And stoppage.
Don't think everybody was in their correct position according to that official right up close to us here.
Elman, far face off dot. Elman able to put it up top of the points here. Cipra fired on nets, and Shaw with an answer.
Good start for that power play. Cipra gets a good chance to begin this power play. Just got to keep applying this pressure if you're Bradley.
That's right. Just keep firing them on net, and this one gets cleared down the distance, so we'll get a stoppage. Picked up here by Sumter. And Sumter looks ahead now. Cutting through his own end of the ice, dropped on off here for Cipra. He enters in the slot. Honda's well offside, so we'll get another stoppage.
Just a little bit of miscommunication there along the blue line, and so we'll get a full swap here for Bradley and some new guys out to try and turn things around. Bishop, Herman, and Marcel out there on offense for Bradley.
Off the draw, it's grabbed here by Ernest. And he enters in. Takes a slap shot, gets poke checked though, and cleared down the distance. This has looked very familiar to the last power plays that Bradley has had.
Yeah, they had a couple of good chances early, but like you mentioned, more of the same.
And now they might have a chance here. It's 2-on-1. Marcel with Herman. Marcel shoots off the iron. Herman on the chance. It's loose out in front, and somehow the puck did not go in.
I have no idea how that puck stayed out. I thought that one was for sure going to roll in off that rebound chance, and my goodness, what a chance for Bradley.
So Ernest now to Sorrentino. Sorrentino goes across here to Bishop. Good clean zone entry here by Bishop. Dropped on off here for Ernest. Tries to go back on over to Marcel out of his reach. Herman grabs, then over to Marcel. Marcel, Herman. Herman fired. That one went high, and that one hit a player upstairs, and we get a stoppage.
Yeah, man down right in front of that EKU net, and a chance for both these clubs to get a little breather here, but obviously want to make sure that player is okay. It's our number one priority.
So 35 seconds remain on the man advantage for Bradley.
Looks like he's getting up, so that's good to see.
So looks like he's all right, and Bradley still at a half a minute on the power play.
Yeah, and kind of been a up and down kind of power play. Started off good, then had a little stretch where they weren't getting much, and then almost tied this game up thanks to a couple of good chances at the end.
So off the draw, it'll be grabbed here by EKU, and it's fired down the distance. Sorrentino and Bond in a battle here. Bond wins it, tries to take it to Wayne Gretzky's office. Bond doing a great job there on that one-on-one battle there by Sorrentino, and puck is behind the reach. Looks like that was Marcel, so EKU looks like they've officially killed off another penalty.
Yeah, they've been doing it all night long, and no surprise here that they've done it again.
Sumter now looking ahead. Connects with Coquit, and Coquit moves ahead. Right at center ice, he enters into the slot. He just dumps it in, and it's grabbed here by Ernest. Try to go back on over to Coquit. Coquit, Marcel. Marcel out in front. Tried to connect there with Elman. It didn't reach him, and now it's McPherson who enters in. Tried to lay it into the slot here for Cotton. Cotton tried to lay it back on over to McPherson before it's grabbed now by Sumter, and Sumter's able to put it to neutral territory.
A good chance the other way for EKU after being in their own end for a little bit.
Herman is able to get the puck over to Jensen, and no icing called there by the referees, and EKU moves it ahead now. Up along the near side boards. Unable to get past Herman. Herman fires a pedestrian shot on net. Easily saved away there by Shaw. Baker rings it around to the near side where Sumter will try and grab. Picks up the puck and will flip it deep. Coquit looking to apply some pressure here to McPherson. Put up top to the point here. Vidvitsky fires a try. That one gets blocked. Herman now. Tried to throw a pass on over to the far point, but it got blocked on off here by Moosman. He enters in, fired on Newsbaum, and Newsbaum stands tall.
Yeah, Moosman getting a really, really good opportunity there to try and extend this EKU lead, and seen it all night long from him. He's been just kind of hiding in the background a little bit, and he's been able to get a couple of really good chances in this game.
On down the draw. And off the face-off, puck finds its way on over to the far side boards. Shot on net gets answered there by Newsbaum, and we'll get another stoppage.
Eastern Kentucky continuing to apply that pressure on Newsbaum, and he's been really good in this third period so far, so they need him to be their #1 player in this final period.
Off the draw, shot on net gets fanned on there by the EKU Colonel, and now up along the near side boards, it's cleared to center ice where it's grabbed here by Vidvitsky. Vidvitsky to Rindeau, and he's able to dump it deep. And once more EKU trying to clear it out of their own end. Bradley out in front here, chance for Honda, and he couldn't pull the trigger. And it's grabbed now here by Ernest. Saucer pass to Rindeau. No fan on the dump, but he's still going to chase after it. Purdom trying to get past Rindeau here before it's put into Bradley ice. Vidvitsky's going to be the first one to the puck, and will be icing. 13-16 within this third period. Bradley trying to even this game up.
Yeah, and they're starting to cut into the shot deficit a little bit here. 31-26 in favor of Eastern Kentucky, but they've certainly looked good at doing their part in cutting down this deficit here in this third period. So we'll see if that is any factor in the final score of this game.
So Marcel on the face-off. Shots essentially even. Bradley has a deficit of 5 to the 31 of EKU, but a lot of the same pacing in this game. Whitelaw grabs. Fires a try, patted away there by Shaw. Thrown into the slot by Marcel to no one in particular, so it's EKU who grabs and dumps it high and deep into Bradley's end, so Whitelaw grabs and he'll look to start up the rush once more. Intercepted here by EKU, shot on net gets answered by Newsbaum. Whitelaw, Sorrentino, he gets rocked. Before it's grabbed now here by Marcel, might be a short 2-on-1 if Cipra can hurry. Marcel to Cipra, passes outside of his reach.
Cipra ran right into the net and got tangled up there.
Marcel up top of the point. Sumter with a try, looking for a redirect there by Sorrentino. He didn't get it. Sorrentino leaves here for Marcel. Marcel tried to go up top to the point to Sumter, didn't reach him. Sumter now grabs and he gets roughed up along the boards. Still holding on to it though. Spins around from a couple hits. Man, he's a tank. He just keeps chugging along.
Yeah.
Sent deep by Bishop. Foster unable to grab here, so it'll be Bradley who looks to keep up the offensive zone pressure. Puck finds its way up along the far side boards, and it's dumped deep, and Elman looking to apply some pressure here on McPherson. McPherson spins away from Elman. Played up along the near side boards, grabbed here by John. A one-time shot sails over the net. Now Elman grabs. He fires a try. That one hits off a leg. Honda picks up the puck to left here for Bishop. Bishop gets roughed up along the boards. Honda tries to go back on over to him. Sent on over to the near side, past the reach of Vidvitsky. Vidvitsky able to connect here with Elman. He enters in up along the left wing, tees up a slap shot. Nice blocker save there by Shaw. Along the boards, it's grabbed here by Schwitzer, and he looks to move it up ahead now. Grabbed here by John. For Bradley, sent across here to Vidvitsky. Banked up off along the boards, and it's picked up here by Gustafson. Sent it back to his defense, and now Schwitzer looks ahead here, is able to connect here with Baker. On backhand behind the net. Remember, that's Whitehead, who now drops on off here for Mumson, and Mumson's shot gets answered there by Newsbaum. Another try goes past the net. Grabbed here by Ernest, trying to connect there with Jensen. Pass was a little soft, and now Herman's trying to force the puck into EKU territory. Picked up here by Coquit. Coquit behind the net, cycling the zone, looking for a passing option. Wonder why Sumter didn't enter the zone there, but
yeah, Coquit just kind of ran out of room there.
Played out in front to Coquit, didn't reach him. Coquit goes up top to the point here for Ernest. Ernest tried to connect there with players. Ernest now grabs, and he'll just send it deep. 10 minutes remaining now within the third period. Bradley got to try and find a way to score a goal now. Sumter, bank pass, catches Rindeau. Rindeau unable to enter. Grabbed here by Schweitzer. He gets checked up all along the boards, and Rindeau banks it off the near side before it's picked up here by Hirschman. And now Marshall looks to move it up ahead. Fired deep, and it'll be grabbed here by Walters. He gets pinned up against the boards there by Prasma. He's got one of Bradley's goals in today's game. Ends up hitting off a stick and finds its way on over to Sumter. Sumter spinning around on the backhand. We'll move it up ahead now. Cutting through the ice up along the left wing. Sumter holding on the backhand. Holds up, looking for reinforcements. Trying to get it on over to Marcel. Now tries to take it to Wayne Gretzky's office. That one won't go. And behind the nets, Marcel tried to get a pass on over to Ernest. Puck finds its way to Ernest now. He fires a shot, and that one hits off a stick and goes into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, Bradley is getting a lot of time in the offensive zone, but the problem is they're just not generating any offense in the zone, and they're getting just too many. They're just not getting enough chances, and it's hurting them at this point. And so we're getting a timeout here, it looks like, from Eastern Kentucky, and chance for Bradley to rest. But they've got to find a way to start making some passing lanes. Eastern Kentucky's been doing a beautiful job of defending the net in front, and so Bradley's got to find a way to work around that system and try and even this thing up. There's still lots of time to do it, 9 minutes left, so we'll see what happens.
That's right, not a bad move here by the EKU head coach. For the majority of this game, they've had a good amount of offensive zone pressure, but thus far in the third, just haven't really seemed to have gotten settled in. So taking a chance just to kind of rally the troops, not a bad idea. Rather do that while you're still up than when you're facing a tie game or worse, a deficit.
Right, and Eastern Kentucky certainly is in the driver's seat at this point in the hockey game, and with that 1-goal lead, you got a chance to rest a little bit, catch your breath, and try and go out here and close this thing down in the final 9 minutes of this hockey game. So
another thing to remember is that this is game 2 of a team that's got a very short bench.
yeah, incredibly short. So they've only played 5 games this year, so that certainly may have something to do with their rest. But you mentioned it, short bench, certainly outnumbered. You if you look over to the Bradley bench, it's pretty much full all the way from left to right, and a little bit more spread out on the Eastern Kentucky side.
That's right, with 14 skaters on their squad. They're definitely a little bit short-handed. So, nonetheless, Bradley here off the draw, looking to apply some forecheck here as it's cleared to center ice, where Vidvitsky will grab, and he'll send it into EKU territory. And the Colonels now look ahead. Banked up the boards, Vidvitsky receives it from Whitelaw, and he fires it back into EKU ice. Bradley with a 3-man forecheck there. Whitelaw picks up the puck, able to connect here with Cipra. Cipra connects here with Elman. Elman drops on off for Sorrentino. Sorrentino grabs on the side, shoots! Unable to find the net. I'm not sure if he even hit the goaltender there on that chance. Grabbed here by Whitelaw. He fires a shot that gets easily blocked there by Walters. Sorrentino has had a lot of chances this weekend, but has just had no puck luck.
Yeah, just can't bury it past the goaltender that time. Tough break for Bradley.
Vidvitsky to grab here for the Braves, and it's grabbed here by Sorrentino. And he'll look to start up a rush here. Sorrentino moving it ahead now. Banks it off the glass, and he'll go for a change. EKU starting to form a rush. Grabbed here by Gustafson. He's able to connect here with Whitehead, and shot there gets answered by Nussbaum. We get a stoppage.
Yeah, Nussbaum making another good save, and he's really locked in since the start of this hockey game, and he's been the main reason why Bradley is not down further into this game. And Bradley's climbed out of the shot deficit a little bit, but Eastern Kentucky is still continuing to apply pressure.
Off the draw, it's stopped there by Nussbaum, and a lot of these shots are, I mean, they just get the lane and they fire it.
Yeah.
Bradley's trying to take some time, set up a good chance, but a lot of these chances, they're just throwing it on net.
Yep, and that's kind of the way this team works, and they've been doing a good job of working their system well.
There's another tough angle shot that goes past the net. Played up top to the point here. Long try, gets stopped on the redirect. Gets answered nicely by Nussbaum, one of his better stops.
Yeah, and Jared Ernest does a beautiful job to make sure that that puck does not go into the back of the net. Great play at the side there.
John against Whitehead. Cokewood's able to get it across here for Bishop. It's a one-on-one. Bishop enters, fired. Nice glove save by Shaw.
Yeah, what a beauty from Shaw. One of the better saves we've seen from him tonight, and flashes a little bit of leather there and keeps this game a 1-goal lead for his club.
Surprised at some of these fast breaks. We have not seen Bradley try a 5-hole shot yet.
Yeah.
A lot of these have been trying to go upstairs, and I mean, Shaw's a pretty tall goaltender.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Not a lot of low shots from Bradley. They seem to be favoring either the blocker side or the glove side upstairs, as you mentioned.
So up along the boards, Marcel grabs up top to the point, and it's guided to the near corner there by Sumter, and Sumter to pick up the puck once more. They'll try to go to the opposite corner, and nearly gets beat there, and penalty will now be coming up here against EKU. It's grabbed here by Jensen, throw it out in front, and that one gets stopped, and now Bradley will go to the man advantage. But, you know, if you're EKU, you can afford to take penalties like this.
No,
I mean,
you can't.
Bradley has in no way, shape, or form disciplined the Colonels for taking penalties.
Right, and they've struggled on the power play all game long, as you mentioned, and maybe this is a time to turn things around. The last power play opportunity, they kind of got a little bit of offensive opportunities going, but now's a chance where you've really got to step up. You're not going to get many more chances like this with only 6:28 left in the game, so if you're Bradley, you need to get something going here.
That's right, so Marcel in the face-off dot, 6:28 remaining within the third period. Very slowly, Bradley's starting to lose time in this game. Marcel and Herman up along the near side boards. Marcel and Herman tag team trying to break the puck free before it's grabbed here by Baker, loses it to Bishop, and Bishop up top here to Sorrentino. Sorrentino, Bishop. Bishop tees it up. That one gets blocked and cleared down. Bishop having the other goal for Bradley in this game. Krasma and Bishop have got the 2 tallies for the Braves.
Minute 25 left on this power play. They got to start doing something here.
Ernest with a dump and chase. Bishop going to be the first one to the puck. And looks like we'll get a penalty, I think.
I believe so, yeah. It's going to be against Jared Ernest. I didn't catch what it was for, though.
I don't think a lot of people did. Anyways, 5:40. And we'll have 4-on-4 action for 1:15.
Yeah, you don't want to take those penalties. Not sure exactly what the call was against Ernest.
We'll slip there by McPherson.
Wants to get his teammates right back into it.
And it'll be grabbed here by John. He tries to bang it off the boards to Vidvitsky. It eventually finds him. And now John trying to get it across here to Elman. Elman goes back on over to Vidvitsky. And Bond will now pick up the puck. Great skating. Is able to get it up top to the point before it's broken on up here by Elman. Elman with a great burst of speed. Fires a backhand try, and that one went high as it hit off a stick.
Great hustle by Elman. That's about all he can do from that position.
Brought ahead here by EKU. Enters in up along the right wing. Bond drop pass for Amusement, and that shot hit off an ankle. And Amusement now still holding on to it. Chips it on over to the far boards. Honda goes across here to John. John leaving for Vidvitsky. Takes a bounce off the official, and it's kept in the offensive zone here for the Colonels. Sent off the glass and down the distance. No icing.
Chance for Bradley to get some fresh legs on the ice.
EKU moving it ahead here. Blowout there by Rintala. It's grabbed now here by Cipra, and Cipra shorthanded enters in up along the right wing. Trying to fight past to Higgs. Grabbed here by Baker, and Baker will set up the rush now. Sent on over to the far side of the ice and up along the left wing as Hirschman. It's Sumter who grabs, and he's able to clear it down the distance.
Good work. They just need to kill off this final 18 seconds and then try and even this thing up.
And moving ahead, here's EKU. Up along the near side boards, it's going to be Whitehead who just flips it deep. And hit up against the board there is Sumter. And Cotton now grabs. Cotton getting poke checked there. Couple of Bradley players, and Kokut's able to break it free now. He's moving ahead. He's at the end of his shift, though, so it's going to be grabbed here by Purdom, and he's going to set it to some open ice as Bradley gets there. Other man back. Full strength for both squads.
Colquitt just completely ran out of gas there.
Yeah, it's hard when we got a fast break chance like that, but you're just at the end of a shift, so all you can really do is give it your all and unfortunately have the back check overwhelm you. 3 minutes remaining in this game. It's Prasma who grabs. Try to play it out in front here for Ernest. In reach him. It's up top. Whitelaw with a shot. And that one gets blocked. Comes on over to Ernest. Ernest tries to throw it out in front. Scrum out in front. We get a stoppage.
Well, Bradley's doing a little bit better job here in this third period of getting pucks to the net. And really good job by Shaw to cover that one up, but still a little bit of trouble making passes, and we saw that evident there on the previous chance in front for Bradley.
So Elman on the face-off here. Off the draw, it comes on over to the near side boards, and Ernest unable to hold the blue line.
We'll keep an eye on Nussbaum too, see if he comes to the bench here for the extra tacker soon.
That's right, that'll probably be soon if they can't score. And now up along the right wing comes the interesting chance there. It was a blown tire there by Whitelaw, but really that open space wasn't used there by Gustafson. Gustafson now grabs in the slot, and it's broken on up there by Bishop. Bishop in, all alone. Shoots save there by Shaw. A great chance, and now coming back ahead the other way. It's a one-on-one here. Baker in and out. Sent out in front for Purdom, and they score. I bet that was Gustafson on the goal. But, I mean, this has just been a tale of missed opportunities for Bradley.
Yeah.
Several breakaways in today's game, and just unable to convert.
Yeah, and you mentioned Seth Bishop. We talked earlier about how they have not been able to go 5-hole. Well, Seth Bishop tries to go 5-hole. He's shut down, and then the play comes the other way, and unfortunately they just caught Bradley too many guys down low. They come down, and a beautiful goal for sure, and unfortunately for Bradley, this is probably going to do it for them.
That's right, some great hustle there by Gustafson, too. You got to give credit where credit is due, as he went from his own end into the Braves' offensive end to put home that goal. So Vidvitsky at the point. Tries to throw a deep grab here by Marcel, then in the slot for Sorrentino. Puck hopped over his stick. Race is on here as Vidvitsky's facing off against Rintala. And we're going to get a penalty.
Of course we are.
Of course we are. We hadn't had one for a while, so and looks like that's Vidvitsky who's going to be going to the cage. And with 1:30 remaining, and say it's all but garbage time now.
Yeah, just you mentioned it, John. Missed opportunities have come to hurt Bradley in this hockey game, and it's going to be a tough loss for them here this afternoon.
Both of these games has been a tough one. As D3 definitely staying in it. They had the chances. It just comes down to conversion. One-timer by Purdom. That one hits on his skate. And grabbed here by Newsman once more. He fires a try. Saved there by Newsbaum.
Yeah, 1:20 left here in this one. Bradley just needs to try and get something to go their way here. Try and close this thing out on a good note. Maybe get a couple of more offensive opportunities. Maybe score a goal, cut this deficit a little bit. We'll see what happens.
At the very least, they've done a nice job showing down Amusement.
Yeah, for sure. He was very evident in the first game of this series, and been a little bit of a different story tonight.
Honda chasing after the puck here, and Bishop up along the boards too before it's grabbed here by EKU. Bradley definitely still putting on the pressure. Far from out of it yet. It's a shot there on net, gets saved, and the rebound. It's picked up behind the net, it's thrown out in front, then comes up top here to the point. Walters tries to connect there with one of his wingers. And Walters will grab it once more. Walters. Newsman. Newsman fires a tough angle shot, hits off the side of the net. It's stuffed out in front. It comes in the slot by Purdom. He scores.
Man, what a beautiful shot by Purdom.
That might have been Newsman's first point of the game.
Yeah, I think you're correct on that one. But, man, Purdom, he was just waiting for it right in the slot, and he's able to find it and bury it and all but put this thing away for Eastern Kentucky. It's now a 5-2 lead for them.
So Marcel on the draw now. How quickly this game has just turned away from Bradley.
Yeah, it's been tough to watch these final few minutes.
Grabbed here by John. He banks up along the far side boards. Puts a hit on. Marcel grabs. Connects with Herman. Herman tries to reach Jensen. Jensen goes back on over to Herman. Herman dumps it deep. Marcel chasing after it here. Tries to connect with Jensen. Then connects here with Herman. Herman fires a try. That one hits off a stick and goes high and wide. It's grabbed here by Hirschman, and Hirschman now moves it ahead. Sent deep. Whitelaw to grab. Doesn't really challenge. Looked like he wasn't challenging Hirschman there at the puck. Behind the net, they try to force it out in front. Bradley puts it up top at the blue line, and with that, that will end today's matchup. Bradley falls 5-2 in a game where they definitely had the chances to win this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it a lot these final few minutes, those missed opportunities, and I think it's going to come down to that Seth Bishop breakaway. Unable to bury it, that really turned the tide in this thing, and Eastern Kentucky was able to extend their lead thanks to that one, and just a lot of things looked good for Bradley, but then a lot of things were not so good. So certainly a tale of missed opportunities for them today.
That's right. So nonetheless, we will conclude today's broadcast. The Bradley Braves again falling 5-2 against the EKU Colonels. It was a good matchup for both teams in both the games. So I wish the Colonels another healthy season, especially with that short bench. So nonetheless, we will bid you adieu in today's game. I'm John Collin alongside Matt Harrington. Have a nice one, folks. You've been watching Bradley Hockey on YouTube.